Walk through any storage lot outside Phoenix or Tampa right now, and you will see rows of sun-bleached 2022 rigs sitting under cracked tarps with peeling decals. Early retirees are quietly dumping these modern trailers in record numbers this year because they are tired of soaring mobile repair bills and structural failures. These are not worn-out junkers, they are shiny, immaculate coaches bought with hard-earned retirement savings. But a dealer sees a monthly commission payment, while a mechanic sees future shop hours paid by your nest egg. We are cutting through the showroom lies to expose what technicians actually buy. Drop the exact RV year and model you are considering below, and let's check its real repair history before you sign. Number 7. Molded fiberglass travel trailers. This is the trailer buyers routinely ignore because it looks like a retro, cramped egg on wheels, but its complete lack of traditional structural roof seams means it holds its real-world purchase value far better than million-dollar luxury coaches. A retired school administrator from Indiana came into my shop last year ready to pull the trigger on a brand new 32-foot laminated travel trailer with 3 massive slide-outs. She was completely sold on having a large kitchen island and a residential pantry. The dealer was offering a massive discount, and on the surface, that mass-produced, lightweight unit looked like an absolute dream with 400 square feet of beautiful living space and distressed wood vinyl flooring. But this is the part you inspect before you fall in love. While she was looking at the massive glass shower enclosure, I took my flashlight and went straight to the exterior frame panels. I pointed out a tiny, 2-inch delamination bubble hiding right under the front window frame. Water had already found its way past the factory sealant and traveled down into the core of the floor before the trailer even hit its first real campground. That is where the pretty coach starts losing. Traditional multi-panel travel trailers feature thousands of feet of exterior rubber roof seams and trim screws that are guaranteed to fail if you do not scrape and recaulk them every 6 months. Molded fiberglass shelves like a Casita Spirit Deluxe or a Scamp 16 are built completely differently. They consist of 2 marine-grade fiberglass halves bonded together with a single horizontal waist seam. A clean, used example from the 2016 to 2020 model years typically sits around $18,000 to $26,000 on the used market. They weigh under 3,000 pounds dry, meaning you do not need an expensive heavy-duty truck to pull them safely. Here is the real mechanic math on these units. Buying a standard laminated trailer for $35,000 means watching its value drop straight to $15,000 within 4 short years due to normal structural wear and tear. An $18,000 fiberglass egg can be pulled across the country for 5 full years and resold for $17,500 all day long because the secondary market respects its absolute immunity to sidewall rot. The practical consequence of this design is that you completely avoid the nightmare of checking roof seams after every heavy spring storm. However, you must accept a very real drawback. The interior living space is highly confined, the layout is not family-friendly, and you will be using a tight wet bath that requires showering directly over the toilet. If you are a solo retiree or a close-knit couple prioritizing absolute structural reliability and near-zero depreciation over interior square footage, this makes perfect sense. If you are over 6'2" or plan to spend more than 2 consecutive weeks stuck inside during bad weather, you should absolutely skip it. You can't leak through a roof seam when the manufacturer forgot to put a seam in the roof. But if you absolutely refuse to shower over your toilet, the next rig on our list uses a different trick to give you full-sized space without charging you a premium for vanity. Number 6. Base Trim Class C Motorhomes. Buying a base model trim gives you the exact same commercial-grade engine and heavy-duty chassis as the luxury package, saving you tens of thousands of dollars on non-essential aesthetics. A retired logistics manager and his wife walked into my service bay incredibly proud of a $110,000 financing approval for a premium, full-paint Class C coach. The salesperson had spent 2 hours showing them the glowing digital touchscreen control panel mounted right inside the main entryway and the deep metallic automotive paint job. They were completely convinced that the higher price tag guaranteed a more reliable mechanical vehicle that would last them through their retirement travels. The secret is not in the furniture, it is underneath it. I had them step down into the pit under a Baystrom Jayco Redhawk 29XK from the 2021 model year and compared it side by side with the high-end trim package sitting in the next bay. I showed them that the heavy-duty Ford E450 chassis, the leaf springs, the brake assemblies, and the 7.3-liter V8 Godzilla gas engine were completely identical down to the exact factory part numbers. On the model years between 2020 and 2023, the price delta between a base trim and a luxury package frequently ranges from $25,000 to $35,000 on the used lot. Let us look at the blunt mechanic math on this transaction. Spending an extra $30,000 on full-body automotive paint, solid surface countertops, and computerized leveling jacks adds exactly 0 pounds to your real carrying capacity and 0 miles to your engine's operational lifespan. What it actually does is add roughly $350 a month to a standard financing payment while increasing your insurance premiums. The practical consequence of choosing the simpler trim is that you keep a massive cash reserve completely untouched. That saved $30,000 can handle 10 full years of preventative mechanical service, routine generator maintenance, fresh tire sets, and campground fees across the country. The real drawback here is purely visual. You have to live with plain white fiberglass exterior walls and decals that will eventually crack under the desert sun, along with basic vinyl manual seats and plastic bathroom sinks. If you are a practical retiree who wants a powerful, easily serviceable powertrain and prefers to keep your capital in the bank where it belongs, this is your kind of rig. If you absolutely require automatic hydraulic leveling jacks or refuse to drive a motorhome that looks like a standard commercial rental fleet unit, you should skip it entirely. The highway pavement doesn't care if your coach has custom leather or fleet-grade vinyl. If a pretty floor plan ever hit an ugly repair bill from you, put the model in the comments below because someone else needs that exact warning before they buy. But if you think weight is always the enemy when buying a towable rig, the next trailer will make you completely rethink how frames are built. Number 5. True 4-season heavyweight travel trailers. This trailer is deliberately built thick and heavy, which completely disqualifies it from being towed by standard half-ton trucks, but its rugged framing stops structural sag. A former heavy machinery operator brought a pristine, ultra-lightweight 30-foot trailer to my shop for a pre-trip inspection. He was completely baffled as to why his main entry door was suddenly starting to stick and bind in the frame whenever he leveled the unit at a campsite. He bought the rig because of the tempting half-ton towable marketing sticker plastered right next to the door, believing that a lower factory dry weight was a sign of modern, advanced engineering. This is the line item that saves people. I threw the rig up on our heavy lift, pulled back a section of the underbelly material, and measured the frame rail thickness with my digital calipers. The ultra-thin, stamped steel chassis was visibly flexing and twisting under the localized weight of the heavy slide-out mechanism every time it extended. The manufacturer had shaved every possible pound of steel out of the frame to hit an arbitrary weight target for marketing purposes, sacrificing the structural integrity of the entire box. True structural longevity requires a thick, independently welded structural steel chassis frame and thick wall aluminum sidewall tubing, which adds unavoidable weight to the final product. Rigs like the Northwood Arctic Fox 25Y are built with this exact heavy philosophy. A clean used example from the 2018 to 2022 configurations can often sit around $32,000 to $44,000. The gross vehicle weight rating on these units often exceeds 10,000 pounds, which completely eliminates half-ton trucks from the conversation regardless of what the salesperson promises you. The mechanic math here is completely straightforward. Saving $1,500 by avoiding a tow vehicle upgrade today can easily cost you upwards of $8,000 in extensive structural welding and sidewall repairs once an ultra-light frame begins to sag behind the suspension hangers. The practical consequence of owning a real heavyweight frame is that the trailer tracks perfectly straight behind you during high-wind mountain highway crossings and resists sidewall delamination for decades because the walls are not constantly flexing under road stress. The real drawback is that your fuel mileage will take a hit. The heavy tongue weight demands a dedicated 3/4 ton or 1 ton truck, and the interior layouts look incredibly traditional and dated compared to the trendy styles found in lighter trailers. If you already own a heavy-duty truck and plan to camp in severe mountain environments or cold northern climates where real insulation matters, this is a phenomenal investment. If you refuse to drive anything larger than a standard half-ton pickup, stop right here and skip this category entirely. If a trailer is light enough for a basic family SUV to pull, it's light enough for rough highways to shake apart. Now, the next coach looks completely overpriced for its small footprint until you check exactly what it is still worth 5 years down the road. Number 4. High resale premium compact coaches. The upfront used cost looks absurdly high for its small size, but its remarkable resale stability means you can drive it for years and exit the RV market with minimal financial losses. A retired nurse from Ohio came into my shop looking for a nimble motorhome that she could easily drive, park, and manage completely on her own without a spotter. She was leaning heavily toward a massive, brand-new 36-foot gas Class A motorhome because a local dealer had slapped a giant discount sticker on the windshield, chopping $40,000 straight off the original factory manufacturer suggested retail price. It looked like a massive bargain for a massive amount of living space. This is why mechanics look at it differently. I pulled up the historical depreciation tables for those large, mass-produced gas Class A coaches and showed her the brutal truth. They drop like an absolute stone the exact second they leave the dealership lot because the market is continuously flooded with them. Premium, low-volume compact coaches like leisure travel vans Unity or Wonder models are built completely differently. These manufacturers use high-density solid foam insulation, robust single-piece fiberglass curved walls, and an incredibly tight assembly quality that protects the vehicle's structural integrity over decades. Focused on the 2017 to 2021 models built on either the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter or the Ford Transit chassis, clean used pricing stubbornly hovers around $115,000 to $145,000. The mechanic math on this is incredibly clean. A brand new mass-produced gas coach will routinely lose $45,000 in real market value over 36 months of ownership. A premium compact coach bought used at $125,000 typically retains over $110,000 of its value during that exact same timeframe if you keep the maintenance records up to date. You're preventing a massive financial leak before you ever turn the key. The practical consequence is that you can easily schedule routine oil changes and chassis service at standard automotive service bays instead of being forced to wait weeks for an open slot at specialized commercial truck facilities. The real drawback is the strict cargo carrying capacity constraints. The basement storage bays are small, requiring you to pack carefully, and there is a notoriously long wait list for factory parts if you ever damage one of those custom fiberglass body panels. If you are a solo traveler or a downsizing couple prioritizing driving comfort, ease of parking, fuel efficiency, and long-term financial asset protection, this is an unmatched choice. If you are full-timers who need to carry heavy tools or extensive hobbies, skip it. You aren't just buying the coach, you're buying the right to sell it later for nearly what you paid. Before we get to the top 3, tell me down in the comments what matters more to your retirement budget: paying less money right now, or ensuring you face fewer repair bills over the next 5 years. Let us move to a segment where the dealer markup gets almost insulting if you do not know the exact manufacturing dates. Number 3. Pre-acquisition mid-tier fifth wheels. Choosing a very specific model year window right before corporate consolidation and high-volume production pressure shields you from severe structural frame flex issues. A retired utility inspector brought a beautiful 2024 luxury fifth wheel to my shop because he kept hearing a distinct, metallic popping sound coming from the front overhang whenever he towed it over rough interstate transitions. He assumed it was just a normal break-in noise for a brand new, premium unit that featured a gorgeous front cab design and full smart home automated control systems. This is where the brochure gets quiet. I had him stand by the pin box while we applied a digital level and hooked up a laser measuring guide to the upper deck frame. When we dropped the weight of the trailer onto the truck, the frame exhibited significant front frame deflection where the chassis neck met the main housing structure. The internal welds hidden behind the fiberglass skin were failing because during the massive post-pandemic production spikes, assembly line speeds were cranked up, and quality control was completely sacrificed. Rigs manufactured right before those corporate production rushes, specifically between 2019 and early 2021, like the Grand Design Solitude units from that exact window, feature much tighter frame welding standards near the critical pinbox connections. These units utilize a robust 101-inch wide body drop frame chassis design riding on heavy-duty 7,000-pound axles. Used pricing for clean examples from this specific era ranges strictly between $48,000 and $62,000. Let us break down the ugly little math buyers routinely miss. Buying a brand new model for $95,000 that suffers a major structural frame flex failure can easily result in a $12,000 out of warranty repair bill if the manufacturer claims you hit a pothole and denies coverage. A vetted 2019 model bought used at $52,000 has already proven its structural weld integrity over thousands of highway miles. The practical consequence of choosing this specific manufacturing window is that you can confidently tow over rough interstate highways without risking wall panel separation or watching your interior cabinetry tear completely away from the aluminum wall studs. The real drawback is that the exterior graphics will likely require a deep detail or UV protection treatment due to sun exposure, and the onboard electronics lack modern Bluetooth smartphone app integration. If you are an extended stay snowbird or a full-time retiree who requires maximum interior living space and reliable structural chassis strength, this is a highly defensible purchase. If you don't want to manage a heavy 1-ton dually truck or prefer fully integrated touchscreen digital control systems, skip it completely. Corporate assembly speed limits kill quality faster than any highway pothole ever will. Now, the next coach is the one I bring up when someone tells me they want true luxury but cannot afford luxury maintenance mistakes. Number 2. Heavy chassis gas Class A alternatives. A premium gas coach built on a maximized commercial chassis completely bypasses the complex, high-dollar maintenance fees of small diesel pushers while still delivering premium house construction. A retired automotive mechanic came into my shop looking exclusively for a diesel pusher because he wanted a quiet highway ride. However, his strict budget limited him to worn-out, high-mileage diesel options that had spent years sitting stagnant in storage lots. He assumed any diesel engine was automatically superior to a gas platform regardless of the age or condition of the underlying components. This is the part the showroom never explains. I pulled up a standard service invoice on my computer from the previous week detailing a $6,000 charge for a diesel exhaust fluid system replacement and a complete air ride suspension overhaul on an older pusher. I told him straight that an older, neglected diesel emission system will absolutely devour a retirement budget within the first 6 months of ownership if you aren't careful. A top-tier gas coach built on the heavy 24,000-pound Ford F-53 chassis variant, like a Tiffin Allegro open-road 3.2 SA, gives you a single-piece molded fiberglass roof and premium solid wood cabinetry without any of the complex diesel emissions equipment. These mid-generation units can be found between $85,000 and $120,000 depending on whether you find the Ford V10 or the newer 7.3-liter V8 engine options. Here is the mechanic math that saves people. A standard diesel oil change, fuel filter service, and cooling system flush runs roughly $1,200 to $1,800 at a commercial truck shop. A heavy gas chassis oil and filter service costs just $150 at any local mechanic location. The practical consequence of this platform is that you can easily source replacement engine parts, belts, and hoses at any local automotive store if a breakdown occurs away from major metropolitan areas, completely avoiding specialized commercial truck hubs. The real drawback is the front engine cabin noise. You will absolutely hear the engine revving high while climbing steep mountain grades, and the ride quality is undeniably stiffer compared to a premium air ride suspension system. If you are a retiree looking for a spacious, high-quality living structure who wants to completely avoid complex diesel emissions equipment and specialized commercial truck shops, this is a brilliant choice. If you are a cross-country traveler planning to climb steep mountain passes every single week and demand a completely silent front cabin experience, skip it. Don't buy a diesel maintenance bill if your travel style only requires a solid gas platform. Number 1. Pre-EGR, low-emission used diesel masterpieces. This older, highly respected diesel giant looks intimidatingly expensive up front, but it absorbs the steepest part of the depreciation curve while using a highly reliable drivetrain that outlasts brand-new models. A couple sold their family home to full-time in an RV and were leaning heavily toward a brand-new $220,000 laminate luxury fifth wheel and a new truck setup. They believed that spending over $200,000 on brand-new equipment with extensive factory warranties was the only way to guarantee they wouldn't end up stranded on the side of the highway during their first year of retirement. This is the hidden math that keeps you out of the repair shop. I walked them out to my commercial service bay and showed them a 2024 diesel truck that had been sitting waiting 3 months for a single back-ordered wiring harness component that had failed under warranty. High-end custom builders from the 2011 to 2015 era, like the Newmar Dutch Star, utilized a massive Freightliner or Spartan custom chassis foundation paired with a Cummins ISL 400 or 450 horsepower engine and an Allison 3000 MH transmission. These rigs were built right before complex modern emission systems became incredibly unreliable and difficult for local shops to service. An original factory masterpiece like this stickered near $350,000 new, but can now be found on the used market between $135,000 and $165,000. The mechanic math here is absolutely unbeatable. The first owner already absorbed nearly $200,000 in immediate market depreciation. Buying this rig at $145,000 and putting $15,000 directly into fresh tires, a complete fluid overhaul, and new belts provides you with a half-million-mile chassis that retains its value far better than a depreciating new truck and trailer combo. The practical consequence is that you experience true premium highway stability with a side radiator cooling system designed for easy service access and zero engine overheating issues on long mountain climbs. The real drawback is that the house electronics will feel dated, the interior design colors reflect a traditional aesthetic, and specialized heavy truck facilities are required for suspension or air brake maintenance. If you are a serious retiree looking to full-time or travel extensively for months at a time and value bulletproof mechanical engineering over modern interior color trends, this is where you spend your money. If you are a weekend camper traveling short distances or get overwhelmed by managing large air brake vehicles, skip it. Let the original buyer pay for that brutal initial depreciation while you step right into the durable mechanical bones underneath. When you look across those crowded storage lots now, you should see a completely different market. Avoiding the trend of early retirees dumping their rigs simply means looking past the clever dealer staging, the fake fireplaces, and the shiny gel coats. A great floor plan means absolutely nothing if the roof seams leak, the sidewalls delaminate, or the frame flexes under road load. Focus your retirement money entirely on buying good bones, not showroom flash. Dealers will always focus on selling what moves off the lot fastest. I will always focus on telling you what actually survives the road. Comment below if you want me to tear apart heavy tow vehicles next, or click this video to uncover the 5 hidden dealer tricks used buyers miss.